Last time we started number 10, and we finished the words here. Let me ask you how you say this word. The stress on the second syllable. So you say what? Assumption. Right, assumption. And what about the verb? Yeah, I know. But how you say this word? Assume. So maybe this is your assumption. Assume. Thank you. And here, this was the picture I didn't show you last time. I mean, did it ever happen to you? Can you see the words here? A false assumption. Your action. And then scary. Can you think of any real example? No. I mean, maybe one day you might think, yeah, he likes me, and then I should take action. And then when you talk to him, he refuses you. So this would be scary. No idea. So here, what about the next part? May I ask you? Assumptions are the what for any relationships. Here, any word that you can think of. I know you feel a little bit tired right now. Basics. But here, your assumptions, your relationships. Can there be any word that you can think of? It's a little bit hard. Here it means, you know white ants that eat wood. Yes. So like a word that stands for white ants that begins with a T. Any idea? If we say termite, how do you spell the word termite? Termite. T-R-mite. M-I-T, termite. So like termites means white ants. But you know white ants? White ants means just white ants that eat the wood inside your house. And gradually the wood inside your house could become broken because the white ants have eaten all the things inside. No idea? So white ants just means lying. You know lying? Okay. So you agree that assumptions are the termites for any relationships? You know what this means? No idea. No. I mean it's like when you have a friendship with another person, sometimes if you just assume what he or she likes, or you assume that he or she likes you, then you keep doing what you like, then this could damage your relationship. Think about it, like termites, white ants, they could eat away the wood gradually. So like here, if you just assume that everybody likes you, and you keep doing whatever you want, gradually you could damage your relationships with others. Think about it. But what about here? And the best for it is something. Like something that can kill insects. Something that can kill those bad bugs. A word that, oh, you're right, it's like this word beginning with the P. Pesticide. So how do you spell the word pesticide? P-E-S-T, P of yours. And like, you two are busy making cards. Yeah, may I know what those cards are for? And here the best pesticides for it. Here, a word beginning with the letter C. If you don't want to assume that everybody likes you, if you want to know what others think, you need to communicate. And the noun of the word communication. Yeah, so here, could you please read the quotes? The other assumptions are? Termites for any relationship. And the best pesticide for it is communication. I know it's early morning, but keep this in mind. I mean, like, you need to make a lot of friends on different occasions. But maybe you try to be interesting, you try to be active, but if you want to keep a relationship going for a long time, maybe communication will be the key. Because if you always try to assume, if you always try to believe that you know what others think, and you know others know you, this could not work out eventually. You know what I mean, right? Think about it. And here, ready? So okay, move on to the next word. The stress on the second syllable, so we say inevitably. Once again, inevitably. Inevitably. Yeah, thank you. And here you see ly. So here the adjective form is inevitable. Easy. And here a word. I guess you know the word. A word that begins with a. That can mean you try to prevent something. You try to avoid something. So here, may I ask you, if you say something can be avoided, it is, if you add a part to this word, something can be avoided, avoidable. So like here, because something can be prevented, it is avoidable. So we say, if you walk carefully, traffic accidents can be avoidable. So like here, what about something that cannot be avoided? You add a part to the beginning of the word. In, on, of, this. Take a guess. The answer is on. So here a similar word to the word inevitable is unavoidable. So like you see, the root of the word is avoid. So when you say you can avoid something, you can prevent something. If it is can be avoided, avoidable. But if it cannot be avoided, it is unavoidable. It's okay. So you can say getting up late is unavoidable for Ivy. So like she cannot prevent herself from getting up late. I haven't seen you for like several weeks, like on Wednesday, right? Like every morning, every week, like when I joined your morning gatherings on Wednesdays, there are always some familiar faces, and there are always some faces missing. For example, like the April face is always missing. Yeah, she just arrived. Okay, thank you for arriving. Like at the first class on time. And here, like 这地方注意一下 ，avoidable 是可以被避免的，可是 inevitable 可以被避免的是 evitable 吗？没有这个字哦，所以大家注意一下，因为看到 in 会觉得说，那哪对就是变成反义不是 ？Inevitable is a word itself. Okay, so if you say like getting busy is inevitable in our sophomore year. 在高二忙到翻掉是正常的。So like if you say it is inevitable, it is unavoidable. But if you say it is avoidable, you cannot say it is evitable. 所以这个字本身字词本身就是一个字哦。It's okay. So here maybe it's like inevitable, unavoidable, and here avoidable. Yeah, thank you. So here the first example before you master skill making mistakes is inevitable. But here, may I ask you, what does the word master skill mean? Manita, what does the word master mean? Yeah, you mean like before you acquire a skill, before you do a skill maybe well, making mistakes is inevitable. What about the second word? A quick review about the things we learned before the first midterm. Stella is busy. Oh, busy. Any word that you can think of? A word begins with it. Oh, you're right, procrastinator. But I'm asking you, the ending part should be E-R-O-O-R, procrastinator. Procrastinate. P-R-O, crast, C-R-A-S-T-I, nate, N-A-T-E. But for the person who does that, E-R-O-O-R. O-R, procrastinators would hear this word. You can say inevitably or unavoidably. 这个是如果直接去一加 L Y 的话是同义字，所以大家知道一下。这个字没有，这个字很简单，你只要 avoid 知道，只是把后面加上去，随便加上去，变 L Y 就好了。See, so like here we'll inevitably end up feeling. Also a review. Hey, come here. Feeling unable to deal with all the things. A word begins with an O. Thank you, overwhelmed. So you can say, end up feeling overwhelmed by their unfinished work. It's okay. Are you feeling overwhelmed this week? Maybe some of you, but not all of you, right? But then, let me ask you like when, for the second party that falls on December 18th, will there be many of you busy preparing for the activity? Like at least 10 of you who are on the honor guard team and the marching band will be busy for the second party. Okay, yeah, I guess that sounds like the name of a career, like 家管, like some kind of festival in Jiayi. Anyway, change is inevitable. It's early morning. What's your number one? what could be the factor that influences your relationship with others? Number 2, what is inevitable? May I ask you? Growing old, growing up. So like here, if you try to think of an adjective for the two missing words here, any ideas? Growing old, growing up. One of the words is inevitable. So which one is inevitable? You cannot prevent yourself from getting old, right? So like growing old is inevitable. But what about the second word, growing up? Like when you watch The Little Prince, The Little Prince. Do you still remember The Little Prince? Yeah, there was a boy who played with a snake, played with a rose. He didn't know what it really meant. So like here, what about the second word, growing up is? You cannot prevent yourself from getting older, but you can maintain your mindset. You can try to remain as innocent as possible. You know the word innocent? Innocent just means you remain pure. So like here this word, if you say you have a choice, it's up to you. A word beginning with the letter P, letter O. It is up to you, you have a choice. Not necessary option. You have an option. It is option. It is optional. Any idea? Yeah. Could you please read the quote together? Growing old.
Growing up is
After growing up is optional. Now he asks you what it really means. Growing old is inevitable. Growing up is optional. 变老是无可避免的，长大是可以选择的，不是你的命。You can see that now you are still 16 years old. Okay, Wei just said, so I would choose not to grow up like forever. I guess like Wei is still a child. Like last time when I met you and I asked you, did you fall asleep in your math classes? And Wei told me she fell asleep in just one of your math classes. I said, how can you do that? And she said, because there were 2 math classes. So it would be okay for you to fall asleep in just one of them. What does that mean? You know what I mean, right? I mean like on Wednesday, on Tuesday, Wednesday or Tuesday, on Tuesday, there were 2 math classes. And Wei told me it was okay to fall asleep in one of them because there were 2 math classes. What's the logic? I mean, I know you are 16 years old, but sometimes you could still see your classmates lie on the ground. Yeah, like the classmate over there, she always likes to lie on the ground or lie beside a window. Yeah. But here, you know him?有时候也要有些小尝试啊，就是在路上看到明星要认得，有时候除了明星以外，有些人也是要认得。他不是明星，可是他很有名。不是那个夜市卖东西的那个阿北。没有。Like Chinese name, Haruki Murakami. Still no idea. That guy who this guy is a Japanese, and he has. You could tell he's a Japanese. He has written many novels. It could be. Yes.有的时候呢，书名啊要记个2本，电影要记个2部，喜欢作家记1、2个，这样说讲的不喜欢的。Haruki Murakami, keep that in mind. Anyway, like here. You cannot say a tree in the spring in the fall. Anyway, 一个名词，一个动词，一个名词，一个动词。动脑吧，一个字 P 开头的。Not pig. Something kind of realistic about life. realistic about life. Not so optimistic, but kind of realistic. I mean, like Haruki Murakami, he has been talking about wars and world peace over the years. You know what he has been doing? Yeah, so like peace, very close. Four-letter word. Hand. Hand. Hand is inevitable. But what about the verb right here? Like, maybe sometimes we all experience some kind of pain in our life. Maybe the pain of breaking up with your boyfriend or your girlfriend, or the pain of not able to watch a movie because your parents didn't like you, or the pain of losing your wallet somewhere on the bus. But here you could choose to decide whether you would keep yourself caught in that state of mind forever, or you could choose to decide whether you would let it go and move on. So verb as yes, but the verb suffering. Yeah, keep that in mind. So here, would you please read the quote together? Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. What does that mean? Ask you. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. Maybe we all experience pain. Maybe pain happens to our lives very often. But it is up to you to decide whether you would like to move on or you would like to keep yourself caught in the past. Think about it. Okay? Like here. Do you have your pair notebook with you? Please take out your pair notebook. Here. Here. 1 minute. 1 minute. Here. Growing up is inevitable. Growing up is optional. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. Here. 1 minute. Any example that you can think of. A is inevitable. B is optional. A is inevitable, B is optional. Think about it. Think about it. And here it is time for the 3 people sitting together. You can share a pair notebook. You can share a pair notebook. So here, like, if you don't have a pair notebook with you right now, try to get one from your previous neighbor. Hey, let me give you. If you don't need to talk about serious issues. Let me give you an example. Getting up is inevitable. Being on time is optional. Opening your book is inevitable. Studying hard is optional. Okay, I'll give you lane. So you can have your example. 1 minute. It's okay, 1 minute. 1 minute. You can write down is inevitable first and fill in a blank. It is optional first and fill in a blank. Think about it. Think about it. There are many things that you can think of. Yeah, so you can get one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So like, is there anyone that has written something? Zoe, did you write down something? Patty, could you please read your example? Hey, listen up. What? Hungry. Hungry is inevitable. Eating is optional. If you're hungry, you have to eat. What's your example? Oh, okay. Yeah, gaining weight is inevitable. Losing weight is optional. Okay, yeah, it's going to look very like thing. You don't have to worry about that. Claire, did you write out an example? Eating is inevitable. Eating. What? Eating is inevitable. Getting fat is optional. Who is the person that has the most like sophisticated, the deepest thoughts in our class? Who is the one that can always tells you something wise and deep? 部长。Did you write out an example? Did you write out an example? What's your example? Is there any sophisticated one? Ugliness.
Being confident is optional.
Being confident is optional. But what about the first one? Oh, being envied is inevitable. Being envied. Envy. You know envy? E-envy? Envy. E-N-V-I. Being envied is inevitable. Being confident is optional. Maybe like you're all good at doing something sometimes and you cannot avoid being envied by someone. You know the word envy? Being like somebody get jealous of what you do very well. 被嫉妒的. Is that being ugly? Being ugly is inevitable. I guess you all look very charming. Like Melissa, did you write out an example? Yeah, did you write out an example? The last one. Exams are inevitable. Running. Exams are inevitable. Finishing them is optional. Okay, yeah, thank you. But here, yeah, before we move on, could you please read the quote once again? Pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. Yeah, thank you. The next one, this word, the stress falls on the syllable O. So we say inferiority. So maybe say once again, inferiority. I guess we can start with the adjective. 这个地方当形容词的时候呢，重音落在 be 的上面，所以是把 inferior。但是变名词的时候是 inferiority。Yeah, so here like the first, if you use it as an adjective on the be part, when you change it into a noun on the O part, it's okay. So make sure you say the words right. So here, when we say the adjective once again, inferior. Inferiority. Thank you. And here, for the word inferior, there's a word that is opposite to this word that begins with the part super. It's the P. Ah, thank you, superior. I guess we talked about the word before. So superior means better than. Inferior means worse than. You see? So here the first example. These products are inferior, but then here's a word that we need to memorize. For the position that goes with the word inferior, it is a rule of grammar. Inferior to, not inferior than. If you use worse, it will be worse than. Inferior, inferior to. Okay? Yeah, this is a fixed rule. And here the second example, avoiding challenging tasks is a sign of, should it be inferior or inferiority? Inferiority. 这地方稍微提醒一下，因为我们之前有人跟我说过，说在写词性的时候会有点困扰。可是基本上意思如果知道有两个的话，可能还是从上下文判断一下。我觉得大家应该都懂，只是说在读的时候 sign off 后面是接名词，对不对 ？inferiority 就是如果你之前对这个单词比较知道不是很确定的话呢，之后要稍微练习一下。就是在我们讲之前，先想一下到底是名词还是形容词。It's okay. So here you can read the first example. These products are inferior to those we bought last year. And the second one, avoiding challenging tasks.
Avoiding challenging tasks is a
Sign of inferiority. You agree that if you choose not to take a challenge, it's a sign of inferiority. Maybe not. Maybe like if you really are confident in yourself, if you choose not to do something, it is because you choose not to do it, not because you are afraid of it. Right? Think about it. And here, yeah, so before we come to please read the word once again, inferior. Superior. Inferior. Thank you. And here the next one, number 13, is very easy to bound. Bound. And here for the word bound, here, adjective. Adjective. It is an adjective. And here the way we use the word bound is like the word likely. Likely. Likely 当形容词的时候指的是可能的。所以你说他今天可能会晚一点到。She is likely to arrive late today. 所以这个地方 bound 用法一样。所以说他一定会怎样 ？The same way. You are bound to. Easy. So like if you say it is true, it is absolutely, there's no possibility that blah blah blah. You can say somebody is bound to do something. So you can say like, she stayed up last night. She is bound to be late today. 她昨天晚上熬夜，今天晚上一定会晚到 like that. It's okay? Yeah. And here the second example. You please read it. The village is bounded on. One side by the river. But here the word, what? The word, if you use it as a verb, it is not an adjective anymore. It means what? 这地方看起来的话 bounded on one side by a river. It's like village A, village B, and they are separated by a river. So if you say bounded by, you mean it's separated by. So you can say like Taiwan and China are bounded on two sides by a big ocean. Or you can say that Europe, France, is bounded by some mountains with the neighboring countries. So when you say A is bounded by blah blah blah, you mean A is separated from the other blah 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 by blah blah blah. It's okay? Yeah. So here could you please read the second one once again, the village is bounded on. What are you bound to do today? What are you bound to do today? I know you are bound to you are bound to practice overtime. Practice overtime. 加练啊 overtime. 加班就是 overtime 嘛，加练也是 overtime. So like now you can start to experience the adult life. Study overtime. 加倍读书 never happened to you. Play overtime possible. Eat overtime possible. Sleep overtime possible. But study overtime might not possible. Yeah. What are you bound to do today, Angela? What are you bound to do today? In addition to sleeping, eating, playing with your cell phone, going to the toilet, watching TV, going to a convenience store, what are you bound to do today? Yeah, I already said you cannot say going to the toilet. In addition to eating, playing, going to the toilet, going home, what else are you bound to do today? Going to school. You are already at school right now. What are you bound to do today? Take a shower. It is true. Are you, yeah, for those who are laughing, are you taking the shower every day? I mean, looks guilty. Looks guilty. Like when we say that, are you taking a shower every day? She was like, number 14, this word. On the second syllable, we say about confront. Confront. Here for those. You know when somebody tries hard to explain something, we don't know what she really means. Anyway, here the word confront, the noun of the word here. When you see 审 falls on the syllable before 审, so it's confrontation. You see, so here the verb we say about confront. The noun confrontation. Thank you. So here the first example, the government found itself confronted. Here, massive means big scale, 大规模的. So here if you say confronted, a preposition, 受到很多的阻挠，受到很多的反对。哦，我想那件事，我讲一下，中文跟英文的差别。如果你要把英文，比如说你想把英文讲 讲的很自然的话呢，有很重要的关键。中文呢，真的很重要，真的很重要。中文强调嘴型，所以你会说无可奈何，不无。可是英文呢会，英文不强调嘴型哦，所以你可以试试看。如果你今天把如果你今天说无可奈何，你要强调嘴巴，你把无打到里面去，无可奈何。This is serious， 跟大家讲。如果你想把这个语言讲的，你想要有技巧的练习的话，英文不强调唇形，所以你只要在讲英文的时候，你的唇形不要过度强调。还有一个字。他今天早上迟到了。She was in elementary school。你们老师都会教，不是你们老师，有的时候老师都会教说 A 呢就要 A， 对，不是情侣。有的时候。可是 A 这个音，所有的音其实都不用碰到，你可以试一下英文90%的音。A， she was late this morning， 那个嘴巴是不用动的，知道哦。你下次可以练习一下。英文如果这是一个口腔呢，英文的发音重点在舌头的位置。中文的发音重点在你的嘴唇的唇形，这个很基本，但是大家以后练习英文的时候，你可能看说，confronted by or with. You see, so you can say like we are confronted with different kinds of choices every day. We need to face different kinds of choices every day. So when you say be confronted by, be confronted with, you mean need to face. 面临到什么样的问题 The second one here. Could you please read the second example? She knew that she had to. She had to confront her fears. When you say you have to confront your fears, what do you mean? You confront something, you face it, you deal with it. So in Chinese you might say this. 这地方要注意一下 ，confront 这个字呢，跟什么字的用法一样 ？face 面对。You can say we face different people every day， 主动态，每天面对不同的人。但是你也可以说 we are faced with different kinds of tasks every day。face with 可以是主动态 face different people， 可是也可以用被动态 be faced with。这两个词有什么差别呢？如果你说我们每天面临不同的人 we face different people。但是你说面临不同的挑战 we are faced with 就不一定是自愿的，可能是被动。所以这两个字用法也是一样，你正视你的恐惧 confront your fears 是不用被动态哦。可是如果你说政府受到了怎么样 found itself confronted by means the government didn't want to face that but it faced it anyway. You know what I mean? Yeah. So here 主动态的时候是不用介词，可是被动态的时候要介词哦。Yeah, like that. And here the third example, she had that's 激烈的 a word with a letter H. Any idea? Nicole, a word that begins with an H. You can say violent, right? But when it is very hot, the heated. So when you say a heated confrontation, you mean a violent confrontation. You mean that you had a serious discussion with a different person, a heated confrontation. It's okay? So here, would you please read the third example? She had a heated confrontation.
She had a heated
Confrontation with her parents over homework. Do you often have a heated confrontation with your parents? Really? I guess after you grow up, you can talk with your parents in a more mature way. Can you talk with your parents in a mature way? Maybe not. Okay, so here you can what you refuse to. About confront. You can what you refuse to. You can change what you refuse to confront. Agree? You can change what you refuse to confront. Agree? You know what it means? It's like maybe now you have a lot of difficult tasks to face. But if you choose to avoid them, there's no way you can change them. There's only one way for you to solve your problems in life. When you confront them, when you face them directly, like there's only one possibility for you to change any difficult things in your life. Yeah, think about it. So here, could you please read the quote together? You can change. Yeah, think about it. Okay, here number 15 is very easy on the first syllable. So we say about crisis.
Crisis.
Yeah, so here crisis is a countable noun. But if you say more than one crisis, you need to change the ending into crises. No. So like when you see is, the ending part was is. 这个地方要把复数改成 eso, so like crisis. So you can say in the Middle East, 在中东 there have been many crises going on. So if you say crisis, actually many crises eso, 有一个是一样 analysis 分析 analysis 复数的时候还是 analysis, but 不是把 is 变成 es. It's okay, yeah. So this is one of the rules of grammar. It's okay. So here the first example, the company's leadership is 危机一个介词，陷进去 in crisis, yeah. So I hear what is in crisis in our country right now. If you ever pay attention to the news in Taiwan, what is in crisis in our country right now? Economy, food safety. Food safety. Did you pay attention to the news about the oil company? Yeah, very weird, right? And what else is also in crisis? Maybe our diplomatic relationships. You know the word diplomatic? Diplomatic. How do you spell the word diplomatic? Diplomatic. M-A-T-I-C. So if you say diplomatic, you mean 外交上面的 diplomatic affairs. So when I say like Taiwan is trying hard to establish relationships with different countries in the world, diplomatic relationships. And here's the second example. Union leaders are taking immediate steps to here. 解决危机。有很多解决之前学过的 solve, handle, tackle. But here if there's a word that beginning with the D, 把炸弹拆开。保险丝是 fuse, F-U-S-E， 把保险丝打开 diffuse. So if you say you diffuse the crisis, diffuse means you take away the most dangerous part in a bomb. 所以 diffuse 本来指的是拆炸弹。So you can say, the police are trying hard to defuse the bomb found at the train station. But here, like the way we use the word diffuse here, diffuse the crisis means you try to solve the crisis. It's okay. So here, next time, if you want to talk about you solve the crisis, you can say diffuse the crisis. This is another verb that we can use. It's okay. So here, would you please read the second example? Union leaders. Immediate steps to defuse the crisis. Yeah. And here, the way you take to defuse the crisis, we call it crisis management. So here, crisis management in Chinese, you might say 危机管理 like that. 危机管理 crisis management. So like here, maybe your parents, some of the parents might work for some big companies to give them advice about what they should do when their companies face crisis. So like when you talk about like you are experts about this kind of thing, you are crisis management like advisor. You tell people what they should do. It's okay, yeah. And here number 16 is very easy. We say about bruise. Bruise. So here the ending part, although it's SE, we say because it is a verb. So here the word. What? Oh yeah, my mistake. It should be bruise. If you say cruise, it turns the word into sailing on the ocean. My apology. It should be bruise. Bruise. So when you say you bruise your arm, you mean you harm your arm, and there are dark blue spots on your body. So like bruise means this. It's okay. But here may I ask you, bruise. Like here, sometimes if you get hurt, after you go back home, your parents might ask you about this. So here, how do you make the question? 你的手背怎么 OK 的？ How? But if you use the word you as the subject in the sentence, how would you like use the translation? How The word bruise means you make something hurt. So like the other way around, it should be this. How did you bruise your arm? Because here the word bruise means you make your body part hurting that way. So if you say you bruise, you can say I fell down. 我昨天在路上摔倒，膝盖淤青了。I fell down on the road and bruised my knees yesterday. Like if you say you bruise your knee, you bruise your arm, 你可能会倒过来说就我的膝盖淤青。But yeah, English you usually might say I bruised my knee， 因为是你自己让你的膝盖淤青的，所以通常会用主动态来说。所以可以 say I bruised my knee, I bruised my arm. It's okay. Yeah. Did you get bruised easily? Like sometimes some people they just get bruised very easily. Like no matter what kind of thing they bump into. Like sometimes if you get bruised easily, this could be a sign of a lack of vitamins. Yeah, this could be a sign of a lack of vitamins if you get bruised easily. 如果常常 OK 的话，指的是可能有维他命可能不太够，要注意一下。It's okay. But then what about the second part? His legs and back were 都是。Here, there's a word like over something, a word beginning with the C. Covered here. Covered with or covered in, and then bruises. So if you say there are dark spots, like all over on your legs or on your arms, you might say like your arms and legs are covered in bruises. It's okay. So here, could you please read the second example of his legs and back? Covered in bruises. And here, before we move on, you see the picture? So actually the word bruise can also mean one thing. Means the bruises on. No, bananas. Like bruises can mean the dark spots on fruits. 水果的撞伤也可以是 bruise. 所以你说那个苹果已经有点烂掉上面。There are some bruises on the apple. Maybe we should take that part off before eating it. So if you say the bruises on fruits, it can also mean some bad parts on fruit. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like here, the word bruise can not only mean the harm on your body, but can also mean the harm done to fruits. It's okay. Yeah. And here, number 17 is very easy. It's ego. Ego. Yeah. So like here, the word ego just means your awareness of how good or bad of yourself. So like here, the word ego just means your awareness, your consciousness of yourself. So here, the first example, the coach's encouragement has 增强, a word beginning with the B. We talked about it before. If you say you try to strengthen something, enhance something, there could be a word that begins with a B. Boost. So like if you say boost something, also means enhance or strengthen. So like here, strengthen, enhance, boost. There are all the good words you can use to mean that you try to make something higher in terms of its extent. It's okay? And here, when you say you boost one's ego just means you try to help somebody become more confident. It's okay? So here, could you please read the first example, the coach's encouragement? Boosted Patty's ego. Yeah, boosted Patty's ego. And the second one, that man has such an, I've never known anyone so full of themselves. If you see someone who's always proud of him or herself, that person has a very big ego. Another word for the word big, that begins with the letter E. Enormous. So you can say like, if you see someone that has a big ego, you can say the person has an enormous ego. So like here, if you say she or he has a big ego, you mean the person is too proud of him or herself. It's okay? Yeah. So like here, are you a person that sometimes have a big ego? Maybe not. Okay. Yeah. But here, like, may I ask you, if you want to talk about someone who is always full of him or herself. 这里面有两个小片语，一个是 somebody has a big ego， 指的是有点自大。And the second one, the person is always full of herself. Can also mean someone who is too proud of him or herself. But here, you also mean someone who is always too proud. One word we put to the end of the word ego. 自大的人。E-R, I-S-T. O-R. Ego. Egoist. So like here, here this would be a person who is so full of him or herself, you agree? The person here, my stuff about me, stuff I hate, others. So like here, like do you have any friends who always put the things not related to themselves, like far away from them? Maybe, maybe not. But what about this? The example. Would you please say it? An egoist. Is an ego. Yeah, here, egoist. The stress on the first syllable. Egocentric means a person who is so full of himself. So egocentric is an adjective, means 自负的. But egoist means the person who is full of himself, means the person. So egoist means the person. Egocentric is an adjective. It's okay? Yeah. So like here, the word, can you say it once again? The first one, right? Egoist. The second word, egocentric. Okay. So like here, I guess sometimes, I mean like, instead of being humble always, we should all try to be confident sometimes, because maybe being humble might not always be the way we face all the challenges in life, maybe. Yeah. So like here, the next word, or the next part, starve your ego. Sometimes we try to be humble, but sometimes we need to learn different things in life. So if you say, you know the word starve? Starve means you try to stay hungry, try to stay hungry, starve. Starve your ego, feed your soul. Feed your soul. You agree? Yeah, think about it. So if you read the quote together, starve your ego. Feed yourself. It's like maybe we should try to be humble, but we should also try to be learning all the time. Yeah, think about it. So here, number 18, this was very easy. So hence. So like hence just means therefore. So here there has been a sharp fall in oil prices. Hence, maybe people are rushing out to the gas station to here. Here's a verb that we could use. A word that begins with the letter F. Any idea? Fuel up. So we need to try to add oil to a vehicle. The verb you use, you say you fuel up a vehicle. It's okay. So like here, please read example. Once again, there has been a sharp fall. Sharp fall in oil prices. Hence, people are rushing out to the gas station to fuel up their vehicles. Yeah. So here, next time you say you need to add oil to a car, you say you need to fuel your car up. Okay. Yeah. This is it. Alright, the business range. We will spend 5 minutes to finish the rest of the vocabulary, so let's take a break.